On the yearly Laugh at Adam Rank show, also known as the yearly Adam Rank segment, where he tries to predict the final records of all NFL teams, he said this about our very own Washington Commanders.
Unfortunately, the best case scenario here is that Wentz looks like the guy who nearly won the MVP for Philadelphia back in the day. Worst case, Wentz is the guy that we've seen every other season since then. As you see, 3-14, not an optimistic outlook, but hey, look, you can draft a quarterback next season.
Now, maybe that doesn't sound that outrageous to some of you, but this team doesn't live and die by Carson Wentz. Just look at last year. There's way too much talent on this roster for us to go 3-14, and we're not going to lose to all the teams like the Jaguars, the Texans, the Lions. Come on, we're not going to be that bad. And on top of that, and this is not just me being a homer. If you want to look at a homer, he has the Bears going 10-7. I'll cover that in a later short, probably. Hello, guys. It is the Vikings fan on the road out of town for a work trip. Thought this would be the perfect time to bring y'all part 2 of the very worst of Adam Rank's 2022 NFL predictions. How does this man still have a job? No one knows. Let's get into it.
Best case scenario, O'Connell is all that. The Vikings take the North. There is talent there. Worst case, they're just not as good as everybody seems to think. I know every year everybody acts like the Vikings are going to make a run. I don't see it. I got them for 7 wins. Tom Brady is the man, and they destroy everybody again. Well, not New Orleans, but they destroy everybody else. Worst case scenario, Tom Brady should have stayed retired, but I have them at 13-4 and being the #1 seed in the NFC.
Well, the Vikings have 12 wins and are about to make the playoffs, likely as the NFC's 3 seed. The Buccaneers just had to ward off the Panthers to barely hold on to the NFC South for the 4 seed. Do better, Adam. Adam Rank video. It's the very worst of his 2022 predictions, Volume 3. Let's get into it.
This is going to be a very tough year for the Jets. The best case scenario, Zach Wilson becomes this year's version of Joe Burrow. The worst case is Zach Wilson is this year's version of Josh Rosen. Russell Wilson is the man and proves to be the missing piece for the Broncos this year. Obviously, the worst case would be that he doesn't play well, but obviously, I don't believe that. 12-5 for the Denver Broncos and winning the AFC West.
Before I get into the actual reaction of his predictions, I just want to say real quick for those of you who are probably thinking, Adam, you got a lot of predictions wrong too. Just remember those were the way too early predictions back quite a while ago. This guy's also getting paid thousands of dollars to predict. But yeah, the Jets going 3-14 definitely did not happen, and neither did the Broncos going 12-5. The two teams almost flipped, not quite. Jets weren't that great, Broncos weren't quite that bad, but yeah, he got it wrong again. Really would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. Now let's watch a